Hello viewers, it's your buddy Gray Fox here, and actually this is the first video that I'm posting because I felt that this matter was kind of important to talk about. Um, the video that you saw before was about my dog Oreo. He's a shorty, he's about 7 months old. Shorty is like a Shih Tzu Corgi mix, and on Saturday the 27th he actually contracted the Parvo virus. And actually, if you read up a bit, and I'm going to post a link down there, Wikipedia link, so that you can get a little more information about it. But basically what it does, it's a virus that causes them to stop eating, get dehydrated, they throw up, they get diarrhea as well, and mainly what happens is they end up dying from this particular virus because due to the dehydration, and of course infection eventually takes over because it affects their GI tract as well. But this kind of came at a bad time, I would say, because I know that this type of treatment is actually pretty expensive. Taking them to the vet to get checked, get this treated, it can get pretty pricey. So what I did, actually, I went online, reviewed a little bit, found some information, and created actually a home remedy. Now I'm not saying that this replaces vet care. Definitely, if you can take your dog to the vet, I suggest you do that rather than trying to do a home treatment. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience to go through this treatment. But if you follow through it, it definitely is effective. As you can see in that video, the pup is back to normal. He's actually got more energy now than before, and I mean, it worked. So what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show y'all some of the products that I used here, or ingredients that I used to create this home remedy. And first one, of course, is going to be, you're going to need some Pedialyte. It doesn't have to actually be Pedialyte. It can be the generic brand. You can get this from CVS or Walgreens. And as long as it has zinc, you got to make sure it has zinc, because they definitely need that so that they can get those vitamins back into their system. Then I also got this is very important, actually, the Charco caps. Now you're gonna read online as well that sometimes it says not to give them Charco caps. Some say it works, some say it doesn't. It all depends, to be honest with you. In this case for Oreo, it worked perfectly well. He you know, this home remedy worked pretty well for him. So definitely you need the charcoal caps, but make sure that you get the ones that don't have no other ingredient other than activated charcoal. These you can get, again, CVS, Walgreens. This is 520 milligrams activated charcoal. That's it. And of course, if they have diarrhea, I do suggest also get a little bit of get a bottle of Pepto Bismol, or they also have the generic stuff if you are on a tight budget. I know that these charcoal tabs alone were like $20, $20, and you know, the Pedialyte, another $4, Pepto Bismol, another $4. So definitely it's less, because when you take it to the vet, you got to be prepared. Vet, you're gonna be looking at easily. I would say we'll go. I remember a while back I had a pup that got Parvo, and I took it for treatment, and they kept him there for a few days. I ended up spending $1,200 to save that pup, and in the end, that pup ended up running away. So, you know, it happens. But I mean, $1,200 compared to only like $30 that you're gonna spend on this, you know. So what I did, I mixed this. I put, since Oreo is kind of it's a small dog. He's a pup, 7 months. I only put one charcoal tab, put it in a bottle. This is a 20-ounce bottle of water. But what I did was I put Pedialyte, one tab, and I mixed a bit of water so that it won't be so strong for him. And I mixed it all together. This bottle was actually full when I made that remedy. It was actually full. Now it's just a little bit left because I'm still giving it to him just to be on the safe side, you know. But he looks like he's fully recovered, but I'm still want to be on the safe side. So what you do then, once you mix these ingredients up, then you're gonna need a syringe, and you can get that syringe. Just go to the pharmacy area at CVS or Walgreens, for example, or any pharmacy, and request one of those syringes. They'll be more than glad to give you one. I mean, they did. They gave me two, and use that syringe to. It was a 5 milliliter syringe. So what I was doing is I was giving him 2 doses of that syringe to start him off, and I was doing that every 15 minutes, and I did that for 4 hours. So you got to remember, this is going to take time. You're not going to get a lot of sleep, but if you care about your pet, trust me, it's going to pay off in the end. If you really love that pet and you just can't afford that vet care at the moment, then give it a try for sure. So every 15 minutes I will give him 2 of those syringefuls of this mixture that I made, and of course, naturally he'll throw it up because they're fighting that virus, so he would throw it up. But I would insist, I would continue to give him this remedy. So like I said, first 4 hours I was going at 15 minutes, 2 syringefuls, that's 10 milliliters, and some dogs might fight back. They won't want to drink that, but what you can do is on the back, if you go with the syringe towards the back of their teeth, they have a little gap on the back of their mouth where you can stick that syringe in and administer this remedy. But remember, you want to take it slow, because if you try to administer the whole thing, they could choke. So you have to be careful. Just go slow. Maybe giving half at a time, and just keep monitoring them constantly. Monitor, and keep trying. After 4 hours or so, I noticed that his vomiting was not as severe. Now I gotta remind y'all, Oreo never really had diarrhea. To be honest with you, he started the vomiting. If you wait too long, of course it's gonna get to a point that not even this might help out. I mean, it might be too severe by that point. So first signs, of course, you want to look at when your dog, something's not right, is with Oreo. He stopped eating. He wasn't as playful. He refused to drink water. He refused to eat even his favorite snacks, which is obviously something's wrong there, because if they refuse their favorite snack, I mean, something's wrong. So once you notice those signs, then it's quite obvious something's definitely wrong. Again, this is just a home treatment. It's not a replacement for vet care or professional care, but this actually saved his life. It worked. I began this treatment. Actually, at Saturday, I noticed something was not right, but I figured maybe it was Saturday night, so I figured he probably just had an upset stomach, or something was not well, that was not doing well with him. So Sunday morning, I noticed that this continued, so I definitely knew something was wrong. So I decided to give this a try. Like I said, there's times when it happens that we're not prepared for these things to happen, and you just don't have that financial support there to take these pets, and get it treated with one of these very pricey treatments. So, I mean, you try what you can. So, it's anything to save your pet's life if you care about it that much. So, what I will do after those 4 hours, that I spent every 15 minutes administering this every 4 hours, I reduced it down to every 30 minutes, and when I noticed after that the vomiting stopped completely, then I reduced that. I will give him every once in a while, just keep an eye on him. When I felt it was time to give him another dosage, I would do so. But miraculously, what after, let's say, Monday afternoon, he was actually getting better. You can say a difference. You can tell he was actually doing much better. I started this on a Sunday morning, and I pretty much continued with it, and by Monday he was actually doing much better. And Tuesday he was actually not fully recovered, but he was a lot better. He was hungry. He was actually ready to eat. Now you got to remember, they're recovering from this virus, so it affects their GI tract, meaning they can't eat solids or heavy food because their stomach is still recovering. So what I would do, take some rice. I would just boil some rice, to make it soft, and mix it with either some broth. Could be beef, could be chicken, or in my case also I got some baby food, beef or turkey or chicken flavored. It will work just fine. And I would mix it into that rice and leave that broth in there. And I gave that to him for a few days, until I would say till like around Thursday. I did that for about 2, maybe 3 days. So of him eating that very light food. And let me tell you, he was by Friday he was starving. He was just ready to start eating, and he was fully recovered. He was ready to play, running around. He was back to his normal self. And I slowly started giving him his food. I start off with soft food, buy the can soft food, and start with that soft food first. And don't give him nothing heavy yet. So you have to keep an eye on him still. You have to keep watch of your pet. Make sure that they start using the restroom normally. At first it's all watery and stuff. So because again, it's like diarrhea. It's they're recovering from this virus. But once you see it's solid and they're normal again, then they're ready to start eating their normal food. And even now, what I'm doing, I'm still mixing, on his normal dog food, dry food. I put a little bit of broth or a little bit of water on it just to soften it up, and it's working pretty well. You saw in that footage, he's just running around, having a great time. And I took him to the vet for a quick checkup to see what the vet had to say, and surprisingly, he is recovered back to normal. This home remedy actually worked. I feel that if I would have delayed a bit more, it would have been more serious. But if you take quick action, it should work. Like I said again, it might, and some dogs might react differently than others. But I told the vet what was going on and what I did for my pup, and he was just, they were just shocked. They were like, "What? I mean, how can a home remedy?" It's just hard to believe that a home remedy can actually help them. There's no cure for parvovirus. I gotta let y'all know that there's only treatment. You can only assist them in trying to get this out of their, get their system to fight this and get them back on their feet. So, I mean, now he's back to normal again. And if you have any other any questions or concerns, feel free. Like I said, this is my first video. Don't be too rough on me here. I'll definitely try to post some more useful information, but I'll definitely try to answer any questions that you guys may have on the treatment or what I did. But I mainly posted this up because I know there's many people that, like me, that I was in a situation that, what should I do? I can't let my pet die either. I mean, I can't do this, but at the same time, you got to think about it, and you're like, I don't think I'm gonna have that money to provide that treatment. And I gotta remind y'all that Oreo does have his vaccinations, yet somehow he still contracted this virus. Not sure how or where he got it from, but it happened, and it does happen. So I mean, it's shocking as it is, that vaccinated pup can still get affected. I heard that. Maybe when they get to be a year, you don't have to be too concerned. But with my pet here, I'm very careful. Don't take him out to public places. Don't let him interact with unknown dogs or anything like that. So, not sure it still happened, but I'm glad that he made it through and he's here with me today. So, I hope that this information helps you guys out, and please feel free to ask questions, comment. Like this video. I hope if you all dislike it, well, You know, this is your opinion, but I mean, like I said, this is just my an option, an alternative. You know, it's not a cure, or it's not a replacement for vet care, but give it a try. If you have no other, you know, if you see that there's no other solution for you, then it's worth it. Give it a try. So I hope to hear from you guys. You know, I'm about to start putting a bit more videos up, see if I can, you know, post more useful information, and let me know what y'all think. Catch y'all later.